waiting on to go live. All right, we back. So like in technical difficulties with the visuals, so Slocky, you know what I mean? But yeah, so back at it with Carmelo Anthony, right? So like the Chinese, right? They wouldn't be tried or anything like that. They're not going to be pressed and all that and get charged for what they do. You know what I mean? They're not going to be they're not going to plead guilty on anything, you know what I mean, or charged, for that, because they have a nation that stands up for them. They have a nation that protects them, you know what I'm saying, and that America respects. America respects China. They timid with China, you know what I mean, because they got a strong ally in Russia, and China is just as powerful as America. If not, they got more. You understand? But now they partnering up with Russia, and you remember that deal that they made with Russia, I think last year, where they said, where Russia said, if anybody, damn, I don't want to butcher it, but he said like if somebody attacked them, right? I'm gonna try to look it up. But basically, man, America not gonna do that. America is gonna, prosecute niggas all day long. They're gonna prosecute us. They're not gonna make sure that we get off, even though we in the right. They're not gonna make sure we get a fair due. You know what I'm saying, in this place, because that's just not what it's built for. This place, says, what's the Constitution say? Like it say we got the right to bear arms, but damn, let a nigga carry a weapon on him. You know what I'm saying? You want to be quick to pull out your gun and, unallow the brother in his car with his seatbelt on. You understand? But we don't get that. We don't get the same treatment these other nations get. You understand? I don't see why I don't see oppressive police officers gunning down East Indians, barging up in their stores, and or what y'all got going on? Well, what y'all selling narcotics, but what you doing? They're not doing any of that to them. They're not doing it to the Chinese. Like if they really wanted to send ICE to, send some people out of here, you need to go to Chinatown. You need to go to Chinatown and barge in all their restaurants, get all of them, because they're they're the biggest immigrants here. They're the largest community of immigrants here. You need to go hit up to them, go to them Irish neighborhoods. Go to them Irish neighborhoods. Do that. And you'll be successful in what you're trying to do. But that's not your mission. Your mission is to kick niggas out of here. Your mission is to kick Latinos out of here. You understand? And just make life hell for us. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord got something else in plan for that. He got something else planned. You know what I mean? But black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, now's the time to wake up. You gotta wake up, because you see what's going on right now. Like we just went over the Carmelo Anthony thing. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, because once you don't think that you serving Christianity is doing any harm to us, when it's in fact doing a lot of harm to us. You don't think you going to church every Sunday, worshiping a fake God up in there, you know what I'm saying, is a white God up in there is help is doing any harm to us, but it's not helping us at all. You're not serving God, you serving, the oppressor's God. You know what I mean? You're not serving God, you up in there serving an idol. The Lord said we, shall not have no other gods before him. That's what you're doing when you go to church every Sunday. You know what I mean? And it's a precept I want to grab. Romans 10. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Or you grab it from? Romans 10 and 1.
Book of Romans chapter 10 verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
Right. So Paul is saying, man, that his heart's desire is that Israel be saved, not everybody. Christians out there. And this is in the New Testament for Christians. If you must know, this is in the New Testament. Now, you hear that part. Now, this is the part you really need to hear. going off my point. Go to verse 2, brother.
Come on. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
You have a zeal for God. Black people, Hispanic people, like Native Americans, we have a zeal for God. We have a zeal to want to know and serve God. That's why, I was talking to somebody today, a sister, worshiping the marble. I call them marbles in the mud. I was messing with the marble, right? Keeping in their bags and stuff like that. They call it stones, some kind, whatever. You know what I mean? They into that. They serving the astrology gods or whatever, right? You know what I mean? They doing that. You know what I mean? We in Islam. We in, Christianity. We in all these religions looking for God, having a zeal for God, but what?
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
But not according to knowledge. They got a zeal for the Most High. They got a zeal to find out who God is. A lot of brothers in the Christian church, well, I don't say a lot. It's some brothers in the Christian church that's actually like trying to find out who God is. Genuine about like, all right, where's God at? I'm trying to find out who God is. Can you help me? And then, not too long after that, they get turned to a sodomite up in there. They get pushed into singing and all that, being effeminate. They forced to listen to a woman above them. And it's just garbage. We have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. You understand? What's the knowledge? What's the knowledge according to the Bible? Let me grab it. It's probably more on this too, but I'm gonna hold on before they do. Nah, yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm gonna. You still got that, or you go to verse 3.
Romans chapter 10, verse 3. For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
Right, because we try to go off our own righteousness. What does that look like? Going off our own righteousness? What that looks like is we come from the earth. We comes from the earth. Ain't no wrong, ain't no harm in smoking weed. I think Cat Williams was the first one to say that that BS. You know what I'm saying? Just just because we come from the earth, that means it's okay for you to destroy yourself with it, smoke it. You know what I mean? Cocaine come from the earth too. You know what I mean? From the poppy seeds and all that come from the earth as well. You know what I mean? But you cool with being a cokehead, you know what I'm saying? A crackhead? You cool with that? Like, no. You're not, because that's supposed to be frowned upon, right? What needs to be frowned upon is being a weed head, because that's the worst thing. That's worse than cocaine. It's worse than cocaine. Why do I say that? Is because nobody is looking at it like it's something bad. Like you'll be a weed head and you'll destroy yourself. You're addicted to it, but you don't want to admit you're addicted to it. You're smoking it every day. You smoking it first thing in the morning, and you saying, "Oh, this ain't a drug," but you losing all this weight. You're losing all this weight, getting fragile. You killing yourself every day slowly. And you want to say it's not harming you, it's not doing any harm, it's not hurting me, but you killing yourself, brother. You know what I mean? You killing yourself.
It's actually
go ahead.
It's actually bad for the frontal lobe of the brain, which is part of the brain that's there for logic, discernment. You understand? When you smoke weed, it deteriorates the frontal lobe. You also, the scientists came out not so long ago saying that it's bad for your heart. A lot of people who smoke weed, even I think that rapper Wiz Khalifa, he smokes so many blunts. That's why he only smokes papers or something like that, a certain type of paper or whatever. But smoking that leaf, you smoking tobacco and the weed. You understand? And then you don't know what's in this weed today. You know what I'm saying? At least when it was legal, people knew the strains and everything.
Right.
You understand? Now today they just smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you know the government has something to do with it.
Facts. Yeah. So lucky. I don't know why it's doing it, but I have to go. Might have to jump off and come back on here. All right, I'm gonna jump off, come back on. Jump on.